God says, listen closely, my beloved soul. Before your thoughts wander and before you decide this is not for you, pause right here. Take one slow breath and let your heart become quiet. You did not arrive at this moment by accident. Something gentle, honest, and deeply necessary is unfolding for you now, and it is being revealed with care, not fear. What is coming forward is not meant to hurt you. It is meant to heal you. You have felt it for a long time. A subtle feeling you could never fully explain. A quiet question that returned when everything else went silent. You tried to ignore it because you love deeply, and when love is real, we protect it even from uncomfortable truths. But heaven never exposes something to shame you. Heaven reveals only what is ready to be understood with wisdom and compassion. This is not about secrets meant to destroy bonds. This is about clarity meant to restore peace. The truth rising now is not loud or dramatic. It is calm. It is steady. It comes like light entering a room that has been dim for too long. Nothing is being forced. Nothing is being taken away. What is happening is alignment. You have been carrying emotional weight that was never meant to stay with you forever. You sense changes in tone, in distance, in silence. You questioned yourself more than the situation, wondering if you were imagining things. But God sees your heart. He sees how much you have tried to understand instead of accuse, how you chose patience over reaction, love over judgment. Now the time has come for understanding to replace confusion. Not confrontation. Not blame. Understanding. The truth that is coming forward is not about betrayal or danger. It is about honesty that was delayed because timing matters. People often hide parts of themselves not to deceive, but because they do not yet know how to express what they feel without causing pain. Heaven understands this, and that is why this moment arrives gently, not suddenly. You are being prepared to see clearly without losing your softness. To hear honestly without closing your heart. To accept what is real without losing what is meaningful. This is maturity of the soul, and it does not come easily, but it comes with peace. Pay attention to how you feel right now. If there is calm instead of fear, that is your confirmation. If there is clarity instead of panic, that is your sign. Truth that comes from God does not create chaos. It creates freedom. You will soon understand why certain things felt delayed, why conversations never fully happened, why answers felt incomplete. Not everything hidden is harmful. Some things are simply waiting for the right moment to be spoken, when both hearts are ready to receive them without breaking. And you are ready now. You have grown. You have learned to listen without reacting, to feel without collapsing, to love without losing yourself. That is why this moment found you. Not earlier. Not later. Now. What is revealed next will not take anything from you. It will give you peace. It will give you direction. It will give you the ability to move forward without guessing anymore. Trust this process. Trust the timing. Trust your heart. God is not removing love from your life. He is removing confusion. And when clarity comes, you will finally feel lighter than you have in a long time. God says, listen closely, my beloved soul. Stay with this moment a little longer, because what is unfolding now is not rushed, and it is not meant to overwhelm you. Truth does not arrive like a storm when it comes from heaven. It arrives like dawn, slowly removing the darkness without frightening the night. You are safe here. Your heart is safe here. And what is being revealed is coming with purpose, not pressure. You have always been intuitive. Even when you doubted yourself, even when you told your heart to be quiet, something within you kept noticing the small details. The pauses between words. The emotions behind smiles. The silence that spoke louder than explanations. You didn't imagine these things. You felt them because you are perceptive, because you love deeply, and because God shaped your spirit to sense more than what is spoken aloud. For a long time, you tried to explain away what you felt. You gave reasons instead of asking questions. You protected others by ignoring your own emotional signals. That was not weakness. That was compassion. But compassion is not meant to replace truth forever. At some point, truth must rise so that love can breathe freely again. What is being revealed now is not about exposing flaws or mistakes. It is about understanding the full picture. People are complex. They carry histories, fears, expectations, and unspoken emotions that don't always fit neatly into words. Sometimes they hide parts of themselves not because they want to deceive, but because they are afraid of being misunderstood or losing connection. God sees both sides. He sees your patience, and He sees their hesitation. And now He is creating a moment where honesty can exist without destruction. Where clarity can arrive without breaking what still has value. This is why this moment feels calm instead of alarming. This is why your heart does not feel attacked. Because heaven is guiding this revelation gently. You may soon notice subtle changes. Conversations that feel more open. Words that carry more meaning. A sense that something long unspoken is finally ready to be acknowledged. Do not rush this. Do not force conclusions. Let understanding unfold naturally, the way a flower opens when it is ready, not when it is pulled. There is wisdom in waiting, and there is wisdom in listening. Right now, listening is more powerful than speaking. Observation will reveal more than confrontation. Your calm presence will invite honesty more than pressure ever could. You are not being asked to judge. You are being asked to see clearly. Clarity does not mean loss. Sometimes clarity is the very thing that saves relationships from silent erosion. When truth is acknowledged, tension dissolves. When reality is accepted, peace replaces confusion. And when both hearts understand each other, love becomes lighter, not heavier. You have reached a season where you no longer need to guess. Guessing drains the soul. Guessing creates anxiety. Guessing makes love feel uncertain. God does not want that for you anymore. He wants you rooted in understanding, not trapped in questions. Notice how your heart feels right now. Not anxious. Not defensive. Just aware. That awareness is a gift. It means you are ready to receive truth without fear. Whatever is revealed next will not take your dignity. It will not remove your value. It will not leave you empty. Instead, it will give you the freedom to respond from wisdom instead of emotion, from peace instead of insecurity. You are not here to be hurt. You are here to be aligned. God is not pulling something away from you. He is clearing space so that what is real can stand without shadows. And when something stands in the light, it either grows stronger or gently transforms into what it was always meant to be. Trust that you are supported. Trust that your heart is protected. Trust that clarity is a gift, even when it feels unfamiliar at first. You are not losing anything in this moment. You are gaining understanding. You are gaining peace. You are gaining the ability to move forward without carrying questions in silence. Stay present. Stay open. The truth is unfolding exactly as it should. God says, "Listen closely, my beloved soul." This is the part of the journey where understanding begins to deepen, where the surface story gives way to the meaning beneath it. Up to now, you have been learning to sit with awareness, to breathe without rushing, to allow truth to approach you gently. Now you are being invited to see not just what is being revealed, but why it matters for your growth, your peace, and your future. There is a reason this truth did not arrive earlier. There is a reason it is not arriving all at once. The human heart does not open on command, it opens when it feels safe. And your heart needed time to become strong enough to hold clarity without breaking. What once might have confused you or shaken you would not affect you the same way now. You have matured. You have learned patience. You have learned how to sit with uncertainty without losing yourself. That preparation was not accidental. You may be realizing something important at this stage. The truth you are approaching is not only about another person. It is also about you. About how you respond. About what you allow. About how you define love, loyalty, boundaries, and self-respect. Truth does not arrive only to inform us, it arrives to refine us. It teaches us where we have been silent when we should have spoken, and where we spoke when silence would have healed more. Think about how much you have carried quietly. How many times you sensed something was unresolved but chose harmony over confrontation. How often you put understanding above being understood. That kindness shaped you into someone deeply compassionate, but it may also have taught others that you would always adapt. Now God is restoring balance. Not by removing love, but by restoring honesty within it. As this truth continues to unfold, you may notice emotions surfacing that you thought you had already resolved. That does not mean you are going backward. It means you are finally processing them fully. Healing is not linear. Sometimes the heart revisits old feelings not to relive pain, but to release it properly. Give yourself permission to feel without judgment. You are allowed to acknowledge disappointment, confusion, relief, or even gratitude, all at the same time. This is also a moment of discernment. Discernment is different from suspicion. Suspicion looks for fault, discernment looks for understanding. Suspicion creates walls, discernment builds clarity. God is guiding you toward discernment now. You are learning to observe without accusing, to listen without absorbing blame, to see patterns without assigning fear to them. Pay attention to how conversations feel going forward. Not just what is said, but how it is said. Notice whether there is more openness, more softness, or even more hesitation. These shifts are not random. They are signs that honesty is moving closer to the surface. And when honesty arrives naturally, it does not wound, it heals. There may be moments when you feel tempted to demand answers immediately. Resist that urge. Truth revealed slowly has time to integrate into the heart. Truth forced too quickly can create defensiveness instead of clarity. Trust that what needs to be known will become known without you having to push. God is already working in places you cannot see. This part of the journey is teaching you something powerful. You do not need control to be safe. You need alignment. Control comes from fear of losing something. Alignment comes from trust that what is meant to stay will stay honestly, and what is meant to change will change peacefully. You are moving from control into alignment now. You might also begin to see your loved one differently, not as an idealized figure, not as a source of uncertainty, but as a human being with layers. This does not excuse mistakes or hidden truths, but it allows compassion without self-betrayal. You can understand someone without abandoning your own needs. That balance is wisdom. Notice how your inner voice sounds now. Is it calmer? Is it less reactive? That is growth. You are no longer trying to convince yourself of something. You are allowing reality to speak. And reality, when accepted gently, brings relief more than pain. This stage is also about release. Releasing assumptions. Releasing imagined scenarios. Releasing the pressure to make immediate decisions. Not everything needs to be decided today. Some truths are meant to be held, not acted upon right away. God will show you when action is required. Until then, presence is enough. You are learning that clarity does not always demand confrontation. Sometimes clarity simply changes how you see, how you feel, and how you move forward. And those internal shifts quietly reshape everything else. As you continue through this moment, remember this: you are not being tested. You are being prepared. Prepared to love with wisdom. Prepared to choose peace without denial. Prepared to stand in truth without fear. Let this understanding settle into you slowly. Let it become part of how you breathe, how you listen, how you trust yourself again. You are not late. You are not behind. You are exactly where you need to be. The truth is still unfolding. And you are ready for it now. God says, "Listen with a calm and open heart, my beloved soul, because this is the final unfolding of what you were being prepared for." Everything you have heard so far was not meant to rush you, scare you, or push you into conclusions. It was meant to strengthen you. Now you are standing at the place where truth no longer feels heavy, but clear. This is where confusion begins to dissolve, and understanding settles quietly into your spirit. At this stage, something important happens within you. You stop asking, "Why did this happen?" and you begin asking, "What does this teach me?" That shift alone is a sign of maturity and inner healing. Truth does not always arrive to accuse someone else, often it arrives to realign you. It shows you where you gave more than you should have, where you stayed silent to keep peace, and where you trusted without questioning your own instincts. None of that makes you weak. It makes you human. And now, it makes you wiser. You may notice that the truth about your loved one does not explode the way fear imagined it would. Instead, it settles like a quiet knowing. Pieces start to connect. Things that once felt confusing begin to make sense without needing dramatic explanations. This is how real clarity works. It does not shout. It gently clicks into place. And when it does, your body relaxes, your mind slows, and your heart feels lighter than it has in a long time. God wants you to understand this clearly. You are not meant to carry resentment forward. You are meant to carry awareness. Awareness protects you without hardening you. It allows you to move ahead with open eyes and a steady heart. Whatever was hidden was not revealed to hurt you, but to free you from doubt. Doubt drains energy. Truth restores it. This is also the moment where you reclaim your inner authority. You no longer need constant reassurance from others. You no longer need to over-explain your feelings or justify your boundaries. You trust yourself again. That is the real breakthrough. When you trust yourself, no truth can destabilize you. It can only guide you. Look at how far you have come emotionally. Earlier, uncertainty might have kept you awake at night. Now, even with clarity unfolding, you feel more grounded. That is because you are no longer dependent on outcomes. You are anchored in self-respect. You know that whatever happens next, you will be okay. That confidence is quiet, but powerful. God is also reminding you that love does not require blindness. Real love grows stronger with honesty. Whether this truth leads to deeper understanding, healthier boundaries, or a new chapter altogether, it will not take anything away from you. It will only remove what was draining your peace. Grieving an illusion is part of growth. But do not mistake that sadness for loss. What you are releasing was never meant to stay in its old form. Something more balanced, more respectful, and more stable replaces it. God does not empty your hands without preparing something better suited for you. As this chapter closes, notice how your intuition feels sharper. You are less reactive. You observe more. You choose your words carefully. These are signs that wisdom has taken root. You are no longer led by fear of losing people. You are led by clarity of self-worth. That shift changes everything. This is also where gratitude enters, not necessarily gratitude for what happened, but gratitude for what you learned. Gratitude for the strength you discovered. Gratitude for the clarity that now protects your future. When you look back one day, you will not say, "That broke me." You will say, "That refined me." God says you do not need to rush into decisions. Truth does not expire. Let it sit with you. Let it guide your choices naturally. The right actions will feel calm, not forced. Loud urgency comes from fear. Quiet confidence comes from alignment. Choose quiet confidence. Remember this deeply: you were never behind. You were never foolish. You were simply loving with the understanding you had at the time. Now you have more understanding. And with it, you step forward stronger, steadier, and wiser. This is the end of this message, but it is not the end of your growth. It is the beginning of a chapter where you no longer doubt your inner voice. Where you trust what you feel without needing permission. Where truth becomes a companion, not a threat. Before you leave, take a moment. If this message resonated with you, if you felt seen or understood, like this video so others can find it too. Share it with someone who may need calm clarity right now. Comment what this message made you realize about yourself, and subscribe so you don't miss messages that help you grow with peace, not fear. Stay grounded. Stay aware. You are exactly where you need to be.